Welcome back to another episode of The Usual Suspects. I am your girl, Shar Johnson, with the God, my husband, Brother Hiram, my king. Hey, babe.
Hey, listen, we're in the building. Hey, listen, you look beautiful as always. Hell, I just saw you before we even cut the camera on. Listen, we got a lot of stuff to do. Before we do it, we want to tell you guys, don't forget to like, share. Please hit the like and help out the algorithm, let people know what we're doing here on this particular part of the country and everything. And then particularly with the Reporter Newspaper Online.com. Sir Johnson, speaking of that, what we got? What we talking about today?
We're going to talk about the Memphis Grizzlies just announced Ja Morant has been suspended from all activities pending league review. A NBA spokesperson says they are in the process of gathering more information. Ja Morant has set social media ablaze with another apparent gun incident. This time flashing what appears to be a weapon on Saturday during an IG Live. Morant is having fun in a car with a friend, listening to NBA Youngboy's album. As the camera pans towards him, you see what appears to be the Grizzlies star holding a gun. Just for a second, and then the camera turns away. Fans recorded the moment and it's making rounds on social media. What we don't know, whether the gun's real or whether it's his or not.
So he was holding the gun just for a second. That's what, So apparently, our brother, Ja Morant, now listen, this didn't just happen. Okay, as you can check on our page, you'll see a video we did Sunday morning. But in any event, everybody else was talking about it all Monday morning. It's Tuesday, so Tuesday morning they talking about it. So I figure, hell, we might as well talk about it too, right?
Right.
Me and you had a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. But what I'm not going to do is get on here and chastise our brother in front of the masses. I'm going to say that again. I'm not going to be one of these boot-licking Uncle Tana. I'm not going to be somebody who's going to reprimand my family member in front of other folk to belittle him and make him, we already know what he did was silly and goofy and stuff like that. I'm not going to get on in here and just tear into him and tear into his daddy, his pappy, and just go in there and make other people think that it's okay for them to start talking about our family member like that. If you understand where I'm coming from, I'm sure you can say it a little straighter.
You know what? I buy that, but I gotta raise you a little bit on it. I heard one of the commentators say something that I thought was very interesting, and I don't want to quote the wrong commentator, but he was talking about when Reagan and them went and put that the gun control into play because Black Panther was walking around. I said Black Panther because they was walking around with the guns. It was the Black Panthers. They were walking around with the guns, and they put that into play. And I was like, why is he even talking about that? And the first thing that went through my head is this. Unfortunately, my Black is beautiful people, anything that we do for entertainment of them, and I'm talking about other cultures, other races, not our own. Anything that we do for the entertainment of them, they want us to walk and talk and do everything according to how they want us to do it, how they feel it is deemed and appropriate. I'm not saying what he did was right, wrong, indifferent. First of all, they investigating, okay? For all I know, it could have been a gun lighter. For all I know, because, they do got lighters shaped like guns, because I got one, but it ain't no gun, it's a lighter. We don't know what it is. And we don't know basically what they're going to do, but I believe they're going to kick him out.
You mean kick him out? First off,
I believe they're going to kick him out the NBA.
Hold that thought. Sweetheart, it ain't about what the hell we think it looked like or what it was. In any event, the brand is the NBA. And they say there's no gunplay in the NBA. You do not go as you can't say you're not a role model and you're not a role model. That's not how this damn thing works.
But he's not a role model.
Hold on. Yes, he is. He got 1 million kids looking up at him. million plus. He's a role model. You should see him after games. It's nothing but kids. They following his swag. And the NBA is a role model producing giant, just like the NFL, just like wrestling, just like what it is. They have role models, just like you can't say I'm not a role model and then expect not to be a role model. So that means that's right. You can act unlike the role model part, like John Morant is currently acting like, but then there's rules and guidelines and bylaws written within the Constitution of the NBA to protect their role model making model. Okay, they make this thing make role models. Why? So the kids can look up to aspire. It's the farming, if you will,
to become an NBA player. I mean, I get that. I understand that.
I guess, you cut me off right there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was on one. I'm trying to get on.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So check this out. So you cannot say I'm not a role model. You are. And in fact, if you do not want to act as such, and you break some of these protocols and provisions and these bylaws within the infrastructure of the damn NBA, we can get you out of here. You just said that he's going to kicked out. Why? Because he's not acting accordingly. The word is acting, Ja. The word is acting, everybody else, because again, the word is acting. You have to act a certain way. We know it's not against the law to carry a gun, but it's bad. It's a bad look to be acting as if you in a rap video and kids is looking up at you. And the NBA has a brand to protect because it generates capital based on these quote unquote role models. And the same can be said with Powerade, Nike, Air Force One, whoever the hell is doing that thing. So explain to me why you think he's going to get kicked out of the NBA. A lot of people saying suspended, but you say he's going to get kicked out.
I mean, this is his second offense, and Sweet. I feel like okay, yeah, they're doing that for the role models, but the ones that
you mean for the role model.
I'm talking about. What you just said, they want him to be a role model.
Everybody to be.
Okay, everybody to be or act accordingly to a role model. Well, I believe they're going to kick him out because he's not being the type of role model that they want to be for their kids that's coming to the NBA games, that's sitting down at the courtside seats. So since he don't want to comply for what they want him to do, they're going to kick him out. That's just what I think. I could be wrong.
Even though he's one of the best in the league. You said when you first heard it, you said he's going to get suspended into next season.
I did say that. When I first heard it, I'm like, oh, he's going to get suspended until the next season. And then when I was watching and listening to some of the other commentators and some of the other individuals on YouTube, it sounded like a broken record to me because they were still saying the same thing that they said when this happened with him before. So what was going up in my head is, okay, that's right. He did this before. This is his second offense. And I don't believe that this is his only offense. I believe this is the second public offense that we were able to see and witness, because I have no understanding on why you feel you can continue to do what you do now unless you are comfortable doing it. And you've been doing it. But I don't want to talk about that because see, then when we go to say that, then you have other people jumping on the bandwagon. So I believe, in all honesty, that now this is just me, and I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I will be happy about it because I would like to see him play in next season. Because I do believe that the young man is talented and he's a superstar, and I want to see another brother go to the top tier. I do. I want to see that. But they already letting it be. I done heard comments like, who gonna be in charge of his GoFundMe? And, and ain't nobody gonna correct him because they all following it and behind him because he's the superstar. I done heard so many different things. So I'm thinking he like, okay, whatever. And he gonna continue to do what he wants to do.
So you think the NBA gonna cancel, kick him out of the NBA, he's gonna be playing overseas somewhere. All that money he's making.
I believe so. He just lost $40 million. He's not doing an All-American right now. I believe that they're gonna do that let him weed himself out syndrome.
What the hell is
let him keep on acting the way he acted and keep doing the things he doing, and we'll be justified because we gave him chance after chance to get that brother up out of here.
Well,
That's just my humble opinion.
Well, all right. What we got next?
Okay, well, wait. What? In spite of constant posts from various celebrities and news outlets about how serious Jamie Foxx's condition was, supposedly, now we're hearing just the opposite from his daughter, Corinne. Update from the family. Sad to see how the media runs wild, Corinne posted regarding her father on her Instagram story. And she did this previous Friday. My dad has been out of the hospital for weeks, recuperating. In fact, he was playing pickleball yesterday. She thanked everyone for their prayers and support amid his recovery. Corinne, she's 25. She shared the statement following reports that Fox family was preparing for the worst amid his hospitalization. Another source had falsely claimed that Fox was on life support in the ICU. Corinne's IG post about her father being not hospitalized, but she set the record straight and even teased, "We have an exciting work announcement coming next week too."
So, what's the headline of this article again?
The headline is Jamie Foxx's daughter says he's not hospitalized.
Okay, now look, man. Before we even get into it, it's been so much stuff posted, not posted, said, not said. That means unofficially,
Nothing's
officially,
been confirmed.
nothing been confirmed. This is his daughter's IG account. I did the due diligence. I looked all over the place to make sure that this was allegedly her saying this. And Good Morning America reported it and everything. So it's safe to say that this did come from her. And what she was saying was, it's incredible how the media themselves would just keep going and going and going and going with this story, and not a peep has been said, excuse me, from the Fox family.
Right.
No, he didn't say anything. His daughter didn't say anything.
Nobody in the camp.
And nobody in the camp said anything. So, why don't you read that one part that the comment that is a comment at the bottom of that?
Oh yeah. It says, message to Miss Corinne and to her father. Seeing these reports pop up online is your fault. If the media had been kept informed of Jamie's condition, the chances of false reporting would have been nil, means zero. Think about it. Jamie, nor his family or doctors have never released any official information on the entertainer's medical situation. Naturally, in a vacuum, speculation and misinformation is going to run rampant. Keep in mind that this has been over a month since Jamie Foxx was hospitalized in Atlanta for a medical complication. We still don't have a clue what the specifics were or are. On top of that, Jamie still hasn't been seen in public since the incident was announced.
See, that's what I was saying. This comment was just right on the point. I can see the daughter is really, she's in her point, in her IG point or post, she said, it's amazing how people are just going on and making stuff up.
Right.
About her dad's situation being in the hospital. She says none of this stuff is necessarily is true. She's just sitting back and tripping. But what the post just said, the regular comment said from this mysterious poster, said, hey, man, that's y'all's fault. She basically said, hey, I'm sorry, Corinne. What's her name?
Corinne.
Hey, I'm sorry, Miss Fox and Mr. Fox. It's because of you. The lack of information coming out of that camp is why the media and all independent people that's watching the story is sending prayers out, hoping and stuff like that. They said something in particular that it was something that that made her just come out and say, what was it in the article? It was something that came out of the that was posted.
He was on life support in ICU.
Yeah. She said, okay, now this is too much. She's tripping. She says, this is too much. They said now it was reported that he was in ICU on life support. And she said that's not true. He at home playing what, pickleball? What?
I don't know
what
what
the
pickleball.
Hell is pickleball.
I do not know what pickleball is. I need somebody to tell me what pickleball is. But I get it. I do. But when your loved one is sick like that, and if you don't have all the information or whatever, the last thing, maybe something happened to you, the last thing I'm worried about is keeping people updated. And that's just the truth.
But if that person is popular like Jamie Foxx, you see what happens. You got to throw a little token out. He's no longer in the hospital or something, right?
No.
With Jamie Foxx.
They may be private like that.
Then don't be baffled of the backlash. If you private like that, those of you who's private like that, and you big like Jamie Foxx, Obama, whoever the hell, I always said this before. A person that's not responding to, if a person is not responding to a thing, or you're a void to a thing, this is going to be deep when I say this, right? So this is just a metaphor to make it better for us.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
If you're a mason, a part of the craft, okay? If you are a master mason, a part of the craft, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're sworn to not say things in public places outside of the business meetings and stuff like that. You can't just start talking Masonic, throwing up Masonic signs and stuff like that, right? So in Masonic, in the quietness or the lack thereof giving information out, the Mason is mute. So while he's mute or while we are mute, right? Anybody can say, damn, that's the Illuminati, they devil worshippers or whatever the hell. They can say anything because the Mason can't come out and say anything in defense of himself or the craft or whatever the hell they're doing because he's not saying anything. That's why today the Master Mason is vilified in our communities because he's not speaking. Everybody else is speaking. And the Masons I know, is just allowing it to happen. And that's what I'm saying. When you're not saying anything and somebody say something about you, let somebody say you was touching on some little kids. I guarantee you, you're going to say, hell no, I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So in your void, in your mute, in your quietness, some people going to speak, so you might as well speak yourself.
Well, I see it differently. I get what you're saying. I see it differently. No matter what you say, or even if you give a little bit or whatever, people are going to believe what they want to believe, or people are going to come up with the assumptions or what they, because, nobody knows why he went to the hospital. Hey, he could have cut his foot and didn't fix it because he was out there filming and he could have got poisoned in it. I mean, you don't know.
He's not saying anything. You don't say anything. Can't nobody overthrow what you said now. If he would have said out of this camp, I am okay and I'm out the hospital, you wouldn't have damn sure got he's in the hospital on ICU. He wouldn't have got that.
No, we probably wouldn't have got that he was in the hospital on ICU, but just like we got the stories. I've heard several different things. Aneurysm. He couldn't speak.
You got that because there wasn't nobody else saying anything.
I get that, but I believe even if they just even gave a little bit, people still would have came up with their different scenarios. And to be honest, that family don't owe us anything. They don't have to tell us anything. That is their business. They can say.
Hold on for a second. You really think? Hold on. Let me ask you right. You really think the community is that crazy? If somebody say, I went to jail for a traffic ticket, or I am been in the hospital for high blood pressure issues, you think somebody gonna say, no, he didn't. He went to jail because he got AIDS. And they're gonna just start making shit up.
I've witnessed it. Yes. I mean, I have. I've witnessed it. I've said people like, why can't you just believe it? That's what that person said it was. Because I know them. That ain't what it was. They sitting up there lying to us. People, they actually do that. They do.
Well, we know what the fact is. The media ain't allowed to do that. The real media ain't allowed to do that. Allegedly.
Right. That's why when we reported on it a month ago, we just let it be known. We don't know anything. We just, prayers up. Because remember, when we first talked about it, I was kind of upset. Like, dang, they didn't put this man in the grave. I mean,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's just...
Listen, man, we want you guys to know that we are doing this thing here in Akron, Ohio. And in Akron, Ohio, there's a black publication called the Reporter Newspaper. We represent the Reporter Newspaper online.com, which been in business, the Reporter Newspaper, for over 50 years. Listen, if you're trying to promote your style, promote in this particular area of Northeastern Ohio and advertise, whatever the hell you want to do within the newspaper, give us a call at area code 330-937-2632. I don't know if I want to drink what you drink.
330-937-2632. And don't forget to like this video because we like you too.
All right, what we got next?
We got Amari Hardwood. said Hardwick. I said his name wrong. My apologies. Amari Hardwick said Star sent out the Batman single asking him to reprise his role on Power. Amari said to pump the brakes, telling the network he wanted specific demands met before he considered returning to the show. We can't blame him. The king knows his work. Stars, you have 24 hours to respond.
Okay, what's this guy's name again?
His name is Amari Hardwick.
Is this Ghost?
This is Ghost.
Okay, the handsome man with the beard and everything?
Yeah.
The hell you doing smiling like that? Yeah. What the hell? You gonna get me to hate this guy? Listen. Okay, so I'm assuming Stars is the network that this show is on.
Yes.
I don't watch the crap.
Yeah.
Okay?
So it's a whole universe series now. It's the Power Universe now.
Okay, the Power Universe. Okay. So I know you watch the show.
Yes.
Okay, now this is my theory. You're gonna correct me, okay? This is just a theory based on what I've seen walking past the TV as you watching, okay? Apparently Stars is putting out the signal like, hey, we need you to come back to the show. We need that Ghost type vibe back on the show, right? I tend to believe, this is just me making this up. Y'all, this is just me making this up. I'm assuming maybe, just maybe, the ratings are slipping from its dynamic debut. Because I understand the debut for season 3, this is season 3.
Yes.
From season 1, 2, and 3, they've been posting constant increases on the debut. That's the first show of each season.
Right.
They've been consistently posting, which is doing great. But I have reason to believe, this is just me, I have reason to believe that, especially after what I saw, first off, I seen little Mook Mook, whatever the boy's name, little bitty Ghost. Okay, this is a little bitty Ghost. Okay, don't look no much older than he did when I first seen the baby Ghost.
Oh, no.
I'm talking about that this is me.
Okay.
I seen little bitty Ghost all up in the ties and every damn thing, just literally becoming the big Ghost. But I'm sorry, that brother looked like little baby Ghost to me still. It almost looked unbelievable. I said, this thing is crazy. Then that's why you've seen more of the Method Man, more Mary J. Blige kicking in to help this little baby Ghost carry the show. This is just me making this up. And so what the Stars say? Our numbers obviously are not popping like normal. Maybe the interest ain't here. Maybe it's unbelievable that little baby Mook Mook or little baby Ghost, little Casper, I'm gonna call him little Casper. Okay, maybe he's not carrying the weight as the big Ghost, so they're giving him a sign, yelling out into the community for, what's his name?
Amari Hardwick.
Yeah, the big Ghost to come back in so we can get this thing popping before we lose something out of this thing. And I understand that he said he felt upon leaving, he felt like he wasn't, appreciated with that small little situation he was getting, a small little capital. So now he's saying, if they want me, they know how to show me they want me by paying the king. You understand what I mean? That's I just made all that up.
I get that.
I think that makes sense though.
I mean, coming from but you come from the entertainment background, babe. So you have a little bit more, knowledge on when it comes to things like that. But I'm sorry, honey. I love you, but you are incorrect. Okay. So seeing that this came out, I do know that supposedly somebody leaked the finale show for season 3. They had leaked it. I personally won't watch it because I want to watch it how I watch it because the intent of me seeing what's going on this week, versus what happened last week. So I won't watch it. So I'm looking at it as this may be, little teasers to keep us drawn in because the finale was leaked already before we were supposed to.
What does the finale got to do with them calling
I'm saying
him back?
because that gonna keep us tuned in. Oh, Ghost ain't really dead. Oh, we're gonna see if Ghost gonna come back because they didn't already see the finale. Now you know how.
Where they can see this finale from?
It's on YouTube. I won't watch it. It was leaked. I won't watch.
How many episodes?
It's supposed to be 10. Well, I'm on episode 8, so it's two left.
Oh, this already happened already?
Yeah, they just literally did it this week. They just
I mean, what right now? What week are we in of the show?
we should be Episode 9 should be coming up.
Oh, so somebody had it early and then showed it and leaked it. Okay. Okay, yeah. So your conspiracy is you think he's going to pop up and end.
Maybe so. Maybe they have to change the end. Now that's how I'm looking at it. Because Tariq and them is doing their thing. They is in college.
That look unbelievable. Jesus Christ, man. That look unbelievable. That's why I can't watch it.
I'll let you go with your scenario.
I mean, that little move, man. Come on. Tariq Casper. Come on.
They said, his grandma said, you just like your daddy. He said, no, I'm smarter than my daddy.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about Miss Anita Baker.
What's going on? What the headline say?
Social media erupts over Anita Baker and them preventing Babyface's performance. Anita Baker is catching it on social media after Babyface posted on his IG grid that he has not permitted to do his set during the New Jersey stop of their tour. Fans went all Angry Bird over having to wait 2 hours for Auntie A to perform. And many recall she used the same tactics when she toured with Luther Vandross and Maxwell, according to Vibe. Anita gave us the soundtrack to our lives, so we've been rocking with her for a long time. But stories keep surfacing on how she treats her peers and fans, which hurts us to our hearts. Icons shouldn't treat other musical heroes in the same manner, as Stephanie Mills said.
Well, first off, I've seen the great Babyface posts about this little situation.
Okay.
And on IG, he said, listen, to the people who waited, it was basically, I'm paraphrasing on what he said. He said, basically, it's not my fault that me and my band can't perform. We definitely want to perform with you guys. But he was told that they came up, the promoters or the people that run the show came up to him specifically and said, listen, you're not going on tonight, this evening. And you can imagine Babyface like, what the hell? What you mean? You're not going on this evening because we want to give enough time to Miss Anita Baker to get her rocks off while she's rocking the stage. Surely you understand, Babyface. Okay, now, for those of you that know anything about the music business, you know that this is a tour. He get paid for every stop. I'm pretty sure he got compensated because he was on the tour and he stopped. Whether or not he performed, it's safe to say Babyface, and I'm assuming he didn't lose no money. But he felt funny being not able to perform. Apparently, this is not new to Anita Baker. It's, they said she did the same thing at some stops with Luther Vandross, Maxwell, and everything. But here's the thing. You put people on your tour when you are the headliner and it's your tour, or even if you are getting booked and the promoters are the people that controls the tour. You ensure the people that's on the tour can sell tickets in that particular market or that demographic, okay, in that particular market. Like what they're doing with the Rock the Bells tour, which is LL Cool J's tour. He's coming to town and stuff like that. And he have a plethora of artists to pull from because you know and I know the Rock the Bells is synonymous for old school, traditional hip hop
music,
right? So you hear all these people that's going to be on the tour. They got Goody Mob. They got everybody. Anybody that's old school, Slick Rick with Dougie Fresh. Everybody on this thing, right? Don't be fooled. They all ain't going to be on that show. It's going to be certain people that's going to guarantee the market to come out, right? So you do know when you go to the South, Goody Mob is going to be on that.
Right.
They're definitely going to be there. And maybe maybe when they go out west, some old school West Coast artists will be showing like JJ Fad or something like that. NWA perhaps. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing, LL Cool J and his crew, he knows who to put on these tours. When he go into the Southwest, the Ghetto Boys and them is going to show. So the same thing should be happening when these R&B concerts, even modern concerts today, are guaranteed for ticket sales like that. So Miss Anita Baker is saying to hell with what's going to get us this damn money. That dude right there is too dope. And I understand this is his market, and he ain't gonna get no shine
On my tour.
on my tour. Damn that, even though half of the people there to see him. What you think?
I guess it's just cutthroat in that business. I mean, they call her Auntie A, you know, she a little older and stuff. She just got her rights back to her master. She trying to get her money, you know. So
She don't want no competition though, huh?
No, because
That's
you
a
know,
bad look though.
I don't know what to say. I ain't in that market, baby. You are. I don't know what to say. I mean, I just look at it, gotta get it how you can get it. The pandemic messed us all up. She's trying to get her money.
Everybody is out on tour due to the pandemic.
Well,
That's
look
what's
at all
happening.
them, yeah, but look at all them years. She missed out on getting any pennies off of her little money. And any, you know,
Good point.
so at the end of the day, and she ain't got that much longer to live. Though. Y'all don't get me wrong. You know, she's older, whatever. She's not. She
But that's
wasn't.
like a competition thing though. He's on a tour. They gonna watch her. Now,
You know what
granted,
she said? Babyface can come back in 2 months. They're gonna come see him.
oh, I ain't got that damn long. Listen, man, don't forget, man, to like, share the video and everything. Tell somebody, man, we do this thing every week. Every Tuesday, you will see what we're doing here at The Usual Suspects. The Usual Suspects it's not us.
No.
It's the usual people you see on the headlines that's garnering headlines of the country. We just giving you our unique perspective. If you like what we do, share the video. Definitely subscribe and definitely hit the like button, y'all.
So you want to talk about the Brat?
What's going on? What's the headline, baby?
The Brat reacts to white sperm donor backlash.
Say what? Say that slow again.
The Brat reacts to white sperm donor backlash.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and talk about it.
In an interview with The Root, Brat explained their decision to go with a white donor, but fans believe the choice was grounded in colorism. Brat and Judy clapped back to these accusations during a recent appearance on the Tamron Hall show. I didn't think it would be offensive to anybody, the rapper said about the Jiminy Cricket comment. I cracked jokes about almost everybody that I saw. That one just happened to make it in the show. I wasn't trying to be mean or say anything negative about Black people. We were looking for a Black donor. We're Black. We wanted a Black donor. So it was just misconstrued and taken way out of context. She continued, I had no idea people were going to be so offended, but I meant no harm whatsoever. We wanted a Black donor. I was just like, what? People take things and run with it? People who know me know that I didn't mean any harm. So if I offended anybody, I do apologize. But it was a joke between me and my wife and the doctor. We joke like that. We play around. So it wasn't meant to be offensive in any way. Dupart blamed misleading headlines for the online hate directed at the Brat.
So you want me to believe that the Brat was just playing when she said, no, this nigga looking like Jiminy the Cricket. I don't want him to father my baby. That's what she said on the show pretty much. I don't know if she said it the way I said it.
No, she didn't say it the way you said it.
But she said that. What did she say? Do you know how she said it?
Like, nah.
I ain't saying you got to say it.
Oh.
Picture her voice. What did she say?
She did. You know, like, no, I don't want him. He looked like Jimmy the Cricket.
Right.
But I'm a roll with them. She does talk like that. She does joke like that. She says stuff like that. I've even heard her talk like that and, you know, make little comments and pot shots at different people on the Ricky Smiley show in the morning. That is her character. But
let me make my point though, because you took it from me. Remember, you just read all that. It's my turn to speak.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You all in defense because I don't think you're gonna like what I'm about to say. So I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Okay.
And this is raw. Those two sisters are beautiful. They red bone. They light skinned. Okay. Now where I'm from. Okay, I ain't talking about these two sisters. I'm not talking about these two sisters.
Okay.
But where I'm from, I done heard many sisters say they don't want no black ass baby. Okay, I done heard that over and over. I done heard that. Why? Why are we saying we don't want no black ass baby? Because most of us think a dark skinned baby is an ugly ass baby. That's what's been said in our community. Okay, and I'm just the man that's brave enough to say it because I'm not the one that's saying it. I don't think dark skinned babies are ugly. Sisters say that. Dudes don't talk like that generally. It's the sisters saying that, right? And you want me to believe these two sisters don't think by saying completely we don't want him. He look like Jiminy Cricket. Incriminated herself by saying that brother look like Jiminy Cricket. That's a roach. That's a cricket. Okay, she called that
and
brother.
He was green, and he got big bug eyes with little skinny legs, and he's not attractive looking.
You describe right, and
it had nothing to do with the color.
But you know, Jimmy the Cricket was a Negro. It was a mockery of a Negro. Maybe you don't know that.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, then you need to listen to your husband sometime. Okay, well, he was a mockery of a Negro. That's why it hurt the community so much. He was like you already know what he was, and that's the point that got the community upset is to hear these two light-skinned girls saying that they don't want their child looking like nothing like that dude looked like. Okay, and then she says it's only 5% of brothers that's donating their love juices. Okay. To the sperm banks. Okay, so she had a small to pick from. But I am telling you, she did end up going with a European or a white person to father the baby. Okay, now that guarantees the baby ain't gonna mistakenly come out dark. That's a guarantee. The baby's gonna be straight up light skinned because it's a white man with two red bones. Okay.
Okay, and okay, but it's more to it than this.
No, it's not more to it.
It is because when they're picking this donor, they're picking the DNA for the child. They're picking the DNA, and they might have been looking for maybe the genes of the child.
She didn't say that though. She said no, like Jiminy Cricket.
Right, and like she said, that's what made the show because she made other comments and she said other things about all the donors.
Damn the other donors. We talking about our black people being called Jiminy Cricket said, I don't want my baby looking like that. That's her point. And then she said it. Okay? And then she said she continued to say she ain't mad that she said it. She said she didn't mean to hurt nobody.
Right.
That means her mindset is still thrown back into some of that what they call post-traumatic slave syndrome. She's stuck. She think that's okay to say. The only reason why she don't like it is because people are coming at her. She meant that shit and she said that shit. And ain't nothing wrong with it. We done heard people say it over and over. Now she said it, and everybody, all of us, it's been said throughout our whole sojourn here in the wilderness of here in the wilderness of North America. You cannot tell me you ain't. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard some sister say that they don't want no black ass baby? Have you ever heard that?
No, I haven't. But
why you just said now you lying?
No, I didn't.
You said you heard people say that before. You said it before we started recording. You did say that. Oh man.
No, I know. No, I didn't say that. They might have said I don't want no baby by that black ass nigga or that little black, or something like that.
You ever heard somebody say that? Thanks for being honest.
It's more than just her talking about the looks. I mean, she didn't lay down with this man, was in love with this man. It's about the DNA. It's about everything that comes along with the sperm. Maybe making sure that family don't got sickle cell and maybe they want the baby to have some type of musical background, or it's more than just the looks. They're choosing their DNA to mix with
a white man though.
Okay, well maybe that was the best choice.
At the end of the day, would your African self choose a white man because a white man's DNA and make a spliced baby, a mixed baby or whatever, and you're Pan-African, would you do that?
I'm Mother Earth. The baby got to come from me, and that's from me. I'm not going to go and go pick.
But if you're saying there's only 5% of donors and they all look like Jiminy Cricket, are you going to have an issue with that? You want us to believe that?
I guess all of us that's Pan-African, we're going to be using that same sperm, and guess all our kids going to be looking like each other, going to come from that same Jiminy Cricket bloodline. I know, I mean, that's what So, obviously she's not Pan-African. Not
Obviously, she's not.
She's not. So, I mean, that's what it is. All right. Thinking of beautiful babies, since we're talking about them, ASAP Rocky and Rihanna have named their baby boy. Reportedly, ASAP Rocky and Rihanna have named their baby boy RZA Athelston Mayers, taking the namesake from iconic rapper RZA of the Wu-Tang Clan, according to the Daily Mail.
Fun fact.
Okay.
That's dope. This rapper, ASAP Rocky, dedicated his son, his bloodline, an extension of him, to one of the greatest producers in all of hip hop, and he a dope rapper too, the RZA from Wu-Tang Clan. I said, I'm gonna name my baby the RZA. And what makes somebody say, you know what? I'm gonna name my son the RZA. Like his name gonna be RZA, RZA. It's like me saying, I'm gonna name my son Batman. I'm gonna name my son, somebody that I like a lot. You know what I'm saying? The Hawk or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That guy, that character, that style have got to have moved ASAP Rocky enough to dedicate his son, his bloodline, his extension to him. Some would think that, right?
Right.
I would say this, though. I would say it's a little different. Here's the facts, right? His mommy, I'm talking ASAP Rocky's mommy.
Right.
Before ASAP Rocky could even think right straight, his mommy named him ASAP Rocky after the God MC himself, who was the God MC, Rakim. So ASAP Rocky's name is Rakim. So his mom said, I'm going to dedicate my son, my extension to my bloodline, to the greatest rapper of all time, Rakim. And guess what? ASAP Rocky did the same thing. So, okay, he's just following it along. I thought that was dope. What you think?
I think that child is going to have a lot to live up to. Because when somebody says, do you know what your namesake means? And they go to telling them, and then your mama is this, and your daddy is that. I believe that they're putting a lot of pressure on that child.
That man gonna say, you know what? I think this is just too much pressure. I want to be a mechanic. This music business is I'm a mechanic. Okay. Okay. Listen, man. Don't forget, man. Check us out. This is the reporternewspaperonline.com. You can get a subscription and they will mail that thing to you no matter where you are, so you can know about what's going on in these particular neck of the woods. Now get it. It's not just Akron local news. We're talking about national topics right now. So you guys know that the newspaper, and it's very cheap, it's affordable. They'll send you the tangible form in the mail. Matter of fact, if I might suggest to you guys right now, this is a copy of the Reporter newspaper in the tangible form. Or you can go online right now and check out the reporternewspaperonline.com, where you can get all these articles. Shar, what we got next?
We got Jonathan Majors reportedly dating Megan Good. Stop the press and shut the front door. With all the shit he's dealing with, Jonathan Majors has conveniently found a way to hook up with a very high-profile milk chocolate sister named Megan Good. Sometime over the course of the last several weeks, Majors and Good somehow found their way to each other, and that's according to TMZ. A witness told the outlet they spotted the couple in LA last weekend checking out a movie. That means that there being a possible item is not exactly a secret. At this point, it's unknown just how serious the relationship really is. TMZ says that they reached out to Good and Majors, but as of this posting, what I'm reading, there have been no response. Now we all know the real deal with Majors. He caught a case in the Big Apple where he's looking at 3 counts of attempted assault, as well as assault, 1 count of aggravated harassment, and a separate count of harassment.
I don't even know why he had to throw in the negative. I don't know why news people do that. We're supposed to be celebrating Black love. And they always got to throw in the black tragedies, man. Again, we're supposed to be celebrating black love, and then we're supposed to be talking about the fact that they found each other. Here's what I got to say. Now, this is Jonathan Majors. This is Kane from the damn multiverse, okay? He said, yo, you know what? You can't deny how I fly Megan good look. And you know, she got some questionable behaviors, you know, from her last marriage and stuff like that. Pastor said some things like, hey, she's a little too worldly for me. But you can't be too worldly for the man that's out of this universe. He's in the multiverse.
Okay.
Jonathan Majors, right? So this is a brother that's up and coming, doing some dynamic things, and he got hit with this little Mickey. A lot of people are saying because he was dealing outside of his comfort zone, outside of his community,
outside of his culture.
Okay, dealing with these different women. And sure enough, they say this is what happens. And some people suggest that he's being taught a lesson like, boy, stay in your place. You know what I'm saying? But he's losing a lot of stuff is coming out. We don't know what's going on. They talk about him getting replaced in Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'd be upset about that. He's losing a lot of different deals on the what ifs, on the if this thing is going to go through. But again, let this be a lesson to you. You want to date people that you can that can relate to you. You want to date people that can come up with you, come up the way you came up, understand your unique struggle, understand your unique position on this planet, specifically in this country, that really understand it and about it. Now, I'm not saying our sisters can't see stuff from a money grab perspective. I'm about to hit this lick and get this money. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying big ups to Jonathan Majors, Kane, okay, for entertaining. At least we know for a fact he's at least entertaining the dark side of the force. Okay, with the beautiful Megan Good. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I'm sorry, I just don't buy it. I'm sorry because maybe if you was dating some of my sisters before you got into this type of trouble, or I've seen you on the red carpet or doing other activities in the Bollywood, Hollywood, Nollywood, whatever it may be, with the sister, whether she was from England, Paris, France, Africa, or America, I will be applauding this. But because you tiptoed over there into the unforbidden fruit that you shouldn't be touching in the first place or being with.
Oh, Lord.
Now, you know, some things going, now you got to get a good to look good while you going through the things that ain't so good. So I don't buy it.
Oh, man, listen.
So I can't celebrate that.
So you saying he can't learn his mistakes and try to better himself?
It's too quick. Now, after, you know.
Are you trying to assume he don't like black chicks? Is that what you're assuming?
No,
you can't assume that.
I'm not assuming that he likes black chicks. It is too quick.
How?
So I would have felt better. I'm gonna be honest, and I ain't glorifying, and I don't care, and I don't care who does what, but I would have took it a lot better if he had an upstanding, wholesome one of them. Would he have been?
What are you saying? I don't understand what you're saying. What you talking about?
Don't get with the sister when you down and out and going through the gigs and people throwing pot shots at you. Don't get with the sister. So the sister had to go through all that with you and everything. You wasn't trying to get with the sister when you was up here all high and mighty. You was making other choices. So now that you're down here and they kicking you and everything else, now you want to have a sister on your arm. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I ain't celebrating.
Okay. I like that. I feel you. But I'm going to actually say this. Sweetheart, you can't be like most people and assume just because I'm with this chick, I ain't got other chicks. Don't ever get it twisted that just because you see a man repping this one chick, he ain't got no other flavors somewhere off in the cut. You can't generalize because you see him with one chick that's his only flavor. You can't do that. Don't think that way. Don't think that way at all. Most men that I know have more than one flavor that they're attracted to. That's just my word.
No, I get that.
You acting like as if he got in trouble now he want to get a sister. You don't know if he had 5 sisters before that.
Okay, but babe, but you know, we talked about this when it first happened. A girl went through his phone, so obviously he had other chicks. But I'm saying the flavor of the flavor of vanilla is the one that got you in the situation that you're in. That's all I'm saying.
Well, all right. What we got next? What we going on?
We got a white.
Okay, hold on. Before we go, this is about the ex-guy, the ex-military
Yes.
guy? Okay, listen. Every now and then, we got to get
currently conscious.
We gotta literally go here, and we're gonna paraphrase this.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you read the article, and then I'm gonna stop when I want you to stop, and then so we can talk about it. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's white ex-Marine charged with manslaughter in death of black homeless man.
Let's go.
On the day that the White House has demanded a thorough investigation into the murder of a homeless black man earlier this month on a subway car in New York, the suspect, an ex-Marine, will face second-degree manslaughter charges.
Okay, let's leave it right there. Now, for those that don't know,
okay,
for those that don't know, a little bit ago, a couple of weeks ago, maybe it's been a week.
About a month ago.
About a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's this guy who used to frequent the subway in New York. Okay. Now, some of you guys don't know there's a particular entertainment style culture in New York where people on the corners, hell, some of them are even, they're on the corners and you throw some money in the bucket and they perform it. Some people are doing it on the trains, right? This guy performs on the train. He do Michael Jackson's, right? The black guy, 30 years old or whatever. Apparently, some people are saying he had some mental health issues because he was homeless, but he was a damn good Michael Jackson impersonator, right? This particular time, this gentleman was on the bus. Apparently, he was a little bit spicy, a little spicier than normal. He was asking for some food, begging for food. He was being a little kind of
not money.
Yeah, not
money.
Some people were saying he was being a little rude and kind of scary. So the ex-Marine guy jumps up, puts the guy in the headlock, take him to the ground for 15 damn minutes and choke our dear brother. I said, and choke our dear brother to death. Now, the thing that kills me, again, you guys may have never heard about it, but people are recording it.
Right.
And nobody's helping the man. The brother is sitting there, he's limp. The guy still got him in the chokehold. You can see it. It's actually on the reporter newspaper.
It's on the front page. Okay.
And so he's holding him into 15 minutes. Hell, George Floyd wasn't even restricted like that for 15 minutes.
The way he had him in the chokehold, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
And you can see his life was just gone by that point. The thing that just trips me out, Shar, is they let these people just go. Like, they let him go. The ex-Marine that choked this guy out, they let him go. And then the city get in an uproar. So they come down to the damn spot where this happened in the subway and protest. Like, what the hell is going on? Why are they letting him go? Just because he's an ex-Marine don't mean he's right. Okay, don't mean he's right. And then they end up setting the city on fire with this damn protest and everything. And apparently the White House got involved or whatever the hell.
And now I'm saying,
and now they saying, let me wrap it up. Now they saying they're going to charge him with manslaughter, second-degree murder. Okay, he should have been charged and should not be allowed to let go. You done murdered somebody.
And how's it, man? You murdered this man with your bare hands.
And people recording you.
And that's
he wasn't fighting back.
Right. That's okay. That's what I was getting to. He wasn't fighting back. He was asking for food. Y'all could have easily told him no. If you felt that it was such a threat, since y'all had your phones out recording, why didn't someone call and make a complaint 911? And I'm not understanding at all. If you went into the store and robbed the store, and I had no clue, but I took my phone out and my Black is Beautiful self, and recorded it, I'm gonna get charged with guilty by association or whatever. I don't understand. How is it that every time you turn around, they is recording stuff off their phones, they're watching the crimes happening, nobody's calling 911, and they ain't even being held accountable for it. I don't understand.
Because you're just watching it, you're not involved. You're not involved. Now, if you was a part of any, like when George Floyd got the evil deed done to him, those cops that watched that happen, you understand, all got in trouble because they are part of the team that was doing it. This ex-Marine was by himself. He was just a regular civilian. He's not a Marine anymore. He's an ex-Marine. He took that guy down, and then you could see people, a couple of men, checking on the guy and making sure the guy is okay. No, he's not okay. It is. This guy is dead. And he can't be, listen, you are saying that those two guys should be getting charged for something they did.
Because
they didn't do anything, though. They didn't do anything. So why should they get charged if they didn't do anything?
But you can check on the man and see if
he's... cops, though. They was checking on the man. You were saying they should stomp on the ex-Marine's head to get off that guy. Now, I would have did that. That's just who I am. You got one of my brothers in like that, and you gonna hold him down like that?
But I'm just saying, then you got these people recording. I'm not trying to be funny. Once you hit 911, hey, we have a guy here restrained that's being, if you felt that way, being a nuisance, because you can see it wasn't even that the dude was hungry. Maybe he had a mental illness or whatever. But if you ask me, you in New York, you know what you may run into when you sitting here driving on a damn train. Don't act like this ain't something different or new. And then you had people coming out afterwards saying he was one of the favorites on the train that you liked to see him perform.
And you just let him get murdered. Now, here's the thing. This is the thing that blows me away. It makes me think about I'm about to go here. It makes me think, and this is the conscious part. You can turn this off if you don't want to hear it. Okay? It makes me think about the time back when we had to endure slavery. How we used to sit there, a whole brigade of us on the plantation, sit there and watch master whoop our brother. We were just sitting there. Why? Completely conditioned and scared and conditioned that this brigade of people can't stop that one master or overseer from whooping this man's ass, right? And you telling me post-traumatic slave syndrome, I'm gonna say it again, and you're telling me post-traumatic slave syndrome ain't real. It's happening. That's why people are just standing there looking and can't call nobody. It's embedded deep in your consciousness. You're still suffering from post-traumatic slave syndrome. You've been conditioned, black man, I'm gonna say it again. You've been conditioned, black woman, to watch this stuff as if a white man is on you like that, or authoritative position that they didn't even know this man was ex-Marine. And they sitting there and watching it, didn't even challenge the dude. We need to wake up, people. We need to wake up. And I'm seriously, you need to understand the condition that we are in as a community and understand a lot of this stuff we are doing this ourselves. We allowed our brother to get dealt with like that. What's going to happen? You going to go to jail? Well, first off, what's going to happen? You're going to be in a fight with this guy. And what's going to happen back when we was in the plantation? What's going to happen? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Same thing what happened in Nat Turner's when he first hit the first house. He got away. Listen, we want to thank you guys for watching The Usual Suspects. We want to thank you guys for sharing. And most importantly, have some fun and get something done. Y'all better film me before they kill me, y'all.